it as a sport. Lahat pa tayo dito may sport na nilalaro. You have a sport, right? Sir, can I ask you ano ba yung sports na nilalaro mo? Badminton. Okay. Paano, sir? Certain square inch na pwede pumasok. Outside. Okay. So, lahat, like badminton, the stock market has rules. And you have to understand the rules of the game. Hindi pwedeng pumasok ka lang by self and makinig ka sa mga meron kasi tayong mga ano yan, preconceived ng mga notions about the stock market, which is usually mali. A lot of people would say, huwag ka dyan kasi the stock market is for rich people. Huwag ka dyan kasi yung stock market is complicated. And I can go on, but let me tell you this as a trader of going 8 years. Quick background about me. Graduated HRM. What do I know about finance? I'm bad at math. Bumagsak ako college second year, I think, flunked math, and then had to shift. After I graduated, sabi ko, stock market, siguro gawin ko lang itong something on the side. And later on, I realized na parang, hey, this is better than having a boss. But I'm not saying na huwag kayong maghanap ng ano. I would definitely urge everyone to experience the corporate life just so you know how it feels to work for somebody else or as a business. And then you can do trading on the side. My greatest realization na parang trading was really for me because I thought that it was a game.
Para maka-open.
And it's like a sport. The difference is between the work and trading. Sa work mo kasi, you work hours, sometimes you business and all that stuff. And sometimes you feel like you've given your all. Pero what? You get the compensation that you deserve. Sometimes hindi. If you have a great job, that's good for you. Pero in trading, if you do well, if you do really well, mamamasama ka. Gusto ko maganda eh. Pero makamamulong pa ako dito. But seriously, ganito. I'm just gonna ask the speakers here in front of me. Isa-isayin ko sila. Okay nung back na yung kasi tayo kayo pa yung like, what was your, ano ba yung iniisip nyo kita sa stock market when you first started trading?
Pwede mo siyang bilhin. Tapos,
How much?
mangyayari pag bigyan mo, mababawa ka sa
Sa peso.
$1 million in 6 months. So ganun yung thinking mo before. Can you tell me what was your biggest trade? How much did you earn in one day? Seven? 7 million? One day. 7 million one day. Do you know of any job except for selling drugs? Of any job that gives 7 million a day. Meron? Wala, no?
Kaya naman, pero kailangan malaki yung capital.
How much do you make in a day? Biggest?
Kailangan malaki din yung capital.
Kano? Yes. 1.2 million. One day.
Hindi ako naniwala.
Did you ever think,
Actually, kaya. Pero kailangan malaki yung capital.
Started out in stock market?
mga magkano pag
No. Yes?
Depende din sa galaw ng work.
Malaki na to yung 100K sa isang araw. Sa isang buwan. Isang buwan. So, right now, wait, Sir Tracy, ikaw naman. How much is your biggest
hindi
in a day?
stable yan, di ba? Parang hindi pwede na yan lang yung ginagawa mo para sa pagkikita.
Kaya naman.
Okay.
Kahit yan lang trabaho.
This is the stock market, guys.
Kahit di ka na mag-work.
So much unlimited. Kumbaga, if the market pays you, this is how much it is. Siyempre, depende din sa capital ninyo, of course. But this is the level that these gentlemen have reached. Ayaw ko sabihin sa akin. Nakapost naman sa Facebook eh.
Nandiyan kasi
And so I'd like to encourage everyone, find the right process, as what Henry said. Find the right process. How much do you want to earn in a day? and work on that process. Yun na yung kailangan i-focus sa sarili. You don't have to be a full-time trader.
Iniwan ko na.
Don't have this kind of limiting
Nagtaka-post
belief
nung
na kailangan maging full-time trader ka
Tapos
para
pag
kumita
umangat
ka ng
yun,
ganito
okay na.
kalaki.
Hindi ko na napapansin. Ano,
Because
umangat yun.
when you
Okay.
become a trend follower, it's the same thing.
So hindi ikaw yung naglalakad.
Trading for me, it's
Parang
just
long term
like
lang
any
yun sa
other
akin.
sport.
Like, hindi
There
ako
are rules to
active
follow.
dahil tumitingin.
You get better than anyone else. And
Like,
when the
siniset ko
market
na
works, you
kung
can
may
tell
mangyari.
yourself.
Wow, kung wala.
So, that's it. I hope you learned a lot today.
Iba na tayo.
Thank you very much to the entire Z6 team. We're now opening the floor for questions. Please approach the microphone at the middle. And if there's a specific speaker you would like to address your question to. State your name and college.
I'm John, College of Business, taking up accounting. And I want to ask, your style of trading, the one you presented like subscribe. So do you trade it on end of day, or because you know in the Philippine market, the time when you hit 50 to 320, meron buy up and sell down yan. You can take advantage of it sometimes.
Ang
So,
sipag na ito ko.
you use that time period kasi may
Para
sell
sa
down.
kaibigan.
Sumasalap kasi may panggal na liquidate. So, or
Sa klase.
you do it during morning. Okay. At some kind of exhibit lang today.
Nasaan nga? Hindi nakikita ang mga ganyan. Di ba may ibang prof na ayaw na nakalapag yung cellphone sa mesa?
Wonderful question, John. John, right? Okay. So, the ZS, usually kasi we have this notion of buying and selling. Di ba dapat, parang inisip mo, isahan na yung buy. When you buy, isahan na. I mean, lahat ng allocation mo, or lahat ng mo, yung buong portfolio mo, or buying power, buy mo sa isang goal. But easy clearly. Why not buy in tranches? Correct. So,
Coral.
gawin mo siya, we have this rule, if you want to manage your risk, buy in 3 tranches
Ano nga?
before the event happens. So, kung palapit na yung 100 sa prices,
Ganun ko lang.
you buy 1 tranche.
Paano? Paano siya
Hindi mo alam kung kailan mangyayari yung CS. Nobody knows. The market
Wala
knows.
talaga.
So, pagka, let's
Pero
say,
hindi ka nangangalay.
the closer it gets, the possibility of it going to do the CS,
Kanino?
higher na rin.
Sabi ni Kuya.
Now, the only thing na kailangan natin isipin is yung time element kasi hindi natin alam yun eh. So, you think in probabilities. Kung malapit na siya, siguro kung ka pa mag-alam ng second tranche, right? And on the last tranche, when it actually happens, sometimes other people in ZS, they do it between buy before the breakout, or buy before the ZS, buy during the ZS, and then buy after the ZS. Optional yung third. Sometimes yung ginagawa is lang eh, buy before and during, then you sell, depending on your plan. Because everyone is different eh. Some people, kasi napansin niyo yung ZS, it's actually an event wherein it tries to reverse the current trend of whatever stock that is. So halimbawa, yung stock is down then the ZS happens. It's trying to reverse from down to up. We all know that prices don't go in a straight line. Yung dire-diretso. Some people would opt for buying, di ba, on the ZS and then sell on the IZS. Which is, hindi naman yung nangyayari sa isang araw, di ba? So as for your question, medyo mahaba yung ano ko, explanation. Sorry. That's the whole thing kasi bibigay ko sa'yo.
Hindi. Ako nag-video.
The best thing is to do it in practice. Kung gawin sa So, do by before, during, and optional if you want after.
Your ratio is like the style. Kasi the risk case is the first time.
Yeah.
Test value.
Okay.
So you like, if you're like say targeting 100,000, so you do like 20%.
Yes. Alright. Sige.
I tried before. That's why I think I said pyramid. So my goal is first test is the biggest.
Alright.
false.
Hindi subject.
Oo. Sige. Ganito kasi yan. Whenever we trade, ano ba yung objective natin? Normally, kung bakit tayo papasok sa isang trade is because we want to have money. That's the end goal, right? Of every trade. But I challenge you to have a different mindset when it comes to trading. You buy because you want to follow your plan. Don't be goal-oriented, which is money. You're supposed to be na goal is to trade better. So, halimbawa, if you lose money, that's part of the game. Everybody loses in the stock market. Kahit yung mga professionals and experts, they lose a lot. So as for your question, if you want, how do you do the allocation? If you want to be safe, do it end of day and do it in 3 tranches, equal tranches. So if you have 100,000, 33,000 each tranche. Right?
So my question is, yung parang tranche kasi diba, for your first tranche mostly kasi yung rule is 1% per. So pag in-increase mo yung tranche mo, hindi ka naman i-increase yung risk. So how do you scale out your yung question kasi is, if you tranche from your before the breakout, then you second tranche from second breakout, and then you're increasing your bar, you're increasing your value added. So how do you scale out? Kasi hindi ka pwede mag-original capital sa
In standard, sa CFD, we practice standard practice ng negative 4%. So, doon, sa, di ba, meron kang isang specific trade na, let's say, yung breakout trade, then you want to manage your risk well. Let's say, nagta-tranche ka, meron kang before the breakout, right? Then you want to add another tranche in during the breakout. During the breakout. No?
Pinupost mo sa klase.
Pero kasi yung tinatawag na, ano ba?
Pinupost mo sa klase.
Na buying area or yung range. So, kung hindi mo,
Sila,
kung lumagpas na dun sa
hip-hop
buying
lang.
area, siguro,
Tropa
huwag mo
lang.
nang magulil pa. Kung mataas na talaga yung price. That will surely increase your
Surprise
risk
rate naman
kasi.
natin.
Mas tataas talaga yung, or you can, but make sure na adjust mo rin yung cut loss mo. Doon sa point na kung saan kaya mo pang magkasigurahin. It all depends talaga sa isang trader, yung risk appetite ng isang trader. And doon sa isang, kung ano ba yung trade niya. Diba, if it's a breakout trade, yung uptrend, diba, you can risk more than on a breakout trade on a downtrend. Diba? So, yun, kung may advice, scale out. Oh. Bali sa selling, no? Meron din kasing tranches sa selling. Baliktad naman. Okay. Kung
Yung sinasabi mo is scaling yung volume.
scaling out. Kaya na tranche na. Kasi hindi ka na pwede original capital. For the breakout and for
yeah.
the
I think it all depends on
Your bias and also your allowable risk. your risk appetite. So kung yung first tranche mo, let's say by below the breakout, and you have this cut loss price, and then yung second tranche mo is probably above the breakout na. Kasi yung breakout siya, di ba? So you can probably move your cut loss price below pa rin yung breakout point, pero still within your allowable risk. Diba? So at least hindi pa rin na-negate yung breakout na event. It still happen. And if ma-invalidate yung breakout na event, at least yung cut loss mo is below the breakout point na. Diba? So ganun pa rin. Just determine your allowable risk and set it below the breakout point.
Sino na gusto mo?
Ang punta tayo sa stock. Oo, ORIC. Bili ka, 125. Ang breakout, 150. Diba? Sabi natin, nagsusan ka. Masok mo 125, tapos bumili ka ulit 150. So, nakatutang testing ka na. Ano ang average price mo? Nasa around 127, 128. Pero alam natin ang breakout level is 150. Huwag namin sa CFD. Pag yung price bumalik, kaya iintindihin ko pa ba kung magta-transfer ako? Personally sa akin, hindi. Siyempre, because I know that my bias is wrong. Diba, bumalik yung price, umakyat ulit. Right? Momentum trader na yung pinag-usapan natin. Diba, kasi it's a different thing pagka i-trade ko yung value. So, dapat meron kang rules na nakaset ko mo. Diba? Never hope na sige, gagawin ko 125 yung cut loss rate ko. O kaya negative 4, ano ba yan? Negative 4%. So meron ka dapat rules na siniset. To test whether if your bias is wrong, what will you do? Never carry a big loss. Yun yung pinaka-importante nyo. Yes?
In connection with the question earlier, so with regarding, di ba, for example, yung may breakout. Hello. So, yung 130 in your example, so, and then you said na if the price goes back to 130, so cut loss na. Sir. Pero ang question ko, sir, since this is, for example, during the day, it goes up and down, 130. So when do you sell? Do you sell at end of day or do you wait for the next day na, talagang below 130 na talaga siya, doon ako magbibenta? Yun.
Okay ba yan? Sige. Normally kasi we have a thing called trading bias. And you have to define your parameters. Kailan ko magiging invalidated yung trading idea ko? And you have to remember as well that meron kasing story ginagawa. When you look at the charts, think of it as watching a movie. Sino dito yung mga, pag nanonood kayo ng movie, sometimes alam niyo na kung anong ending, nasa gitna pa lang kayo, or kahit nasa simula pa lang. You have that feeling, right? And it's kind of like that when it comes to stocks. Yung sinasabi ko kasi, di ba, intraday and then end of day, you have to understand ano ba yung limitations mo as well as a trader. So, if you're a trader who can't see the intraday, huwag mo pilitin. Pero, pwede ka naman mag-subscribe ng mga alerts. Instagram has that. And then it's gonna tell you if it's gonna hit your cut point. And then, sige, emergency fire free ka muna ng numbers to send. You have to understand then na, let's say, dahil hindi umabot dun sa cut-loss point mo, hindi ibig sabihin nun na okay pa yung trade. There are times kasi na, let's say, nag-breakout siya, right? Tapos, what are the, you have to, parang kumbaga, kailangan mo ilagay yung mga scenarios wherein your trade bias would be invalidated. So, halimbawa, nag-breakout siya, umabot siya ng 10%. And then, by the end of the day, it went 2%. So, ang nangyayari na nawala yung momentum. Maraming naipit, maraming nasunod during the day. So, what does that tell you? Is your trading bias still the same? Diba? So, mag-iiba yun. So, by the end of the day, by 3:20, let's say, tanongin mo sarili mo, is my trading bias still intact? Is it still valid that I should hold this? So, kung hindi na, kahit hindi pa siya umabot sa cut point mo, sell ko na. Because invalidated yung KPG. So, yung mga bagay na ito, kailangan isang pinag sa mind mo. What are the parameters for my trading idea to be validated or still validated? Kung goods pa siya, ihayaan mo naman ano.
Follow-up question, sir. So, regarding the trading bias,
Okay.
how would you know your trading bias?
Is correct.
I mean, how would you know yourself, or what is your trading bias for yourself? So,
Trading bias. Okay, there are many ways kasi. First, you have to understand, ano ba yung mga limitations mo? Diba sinabi natin kanina? If you're a student, and you cannot monitor the end of the day of trading, which is from, let's say, 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. Or let's say, kahit 3 p.m. na lang. Kung hindi mo makikita yung trade at that time, starting 3 p.m., you're a trend follower. You have to categorize yourself as a trend follower. Hindi ka pwede mo momentum. Kasi momentum, usually, ano yun eh, dapat whole day. Or not just whole day, but the first hour of the day and the last hour of the day. Kung 3 o'clock lang yung pwede mong bantayan, just be a trend follower. And then, meron mga parameters yun eh. Kumbaga, yung tawag sa CFP, we call it a day. Kumbaga, dark, ano yun, yung sa Star Wars pa, parang mga ano yan, dark side of the force. Momentum traders. Kasi sobrang kailangan mo ng energy just to be able to be for that trade. You know? So how would you know if ito ba yung magiging trading bias mo? Look at your lifestyle. And then, ano yung strategy na bagay sa'yo? Kasi hindi lahat ng tao pwede sa momentum. Even if you can monitor whole day, that doesn't also mean that you can be a momentum trader. Kasi if you can't stomach yung mga swings, di ba, minsan umakit ng 10%, 20%, and babagsak siya middle of the day ng mga, let's say, 10%. And then, by the end of the day talaga, it's gonna go back to, let's say, 20%. Hindi nasisikmura ng halos lahat ng tao yan. So, if hindi mo siya masikmura, go to trend follower. And then may mga parameters yan. If I'm gonna discuss everything to you guys, hindi tayo matatapos. So, I would suggest, look for these two. Ano ba yung magiging trend follower? Yung mga parameters para magiging isang trend follower para magiging trade bias mo. And then, do the same for momentum traders. So, ayun, research na lang. Di ba? Questions? Any more? Ano yun? Or my question is more on the intangibles. Okay, intangibles. Trading psychology, yes sir.
You guys mentioned that most of you are full-time traders, and wondering at what point in your life were you confident the decision from the corporate to full-time traders?
Okay, para sa lahat to honestly, I was, hindi pa ako nag-isip na magiging full-time trader nun. It was 2011, I think. I had my practicum in Singapore, worked at this, sa events kami sa hotel events, tapos kumana ng mga, I was there at working the graveyard shift, and I remember the only time that I said, mag-full-time trader na ako, shit, this is it, was when I earned 3 times my salary in just 1 day. So, naisip ko, why should I work for somebody else? And you shout it out every day, you get stressed when I can do trading. Wala akong kausap. I mean, I don't have to deal with people. Normally, yung work natin, it isn't really stressful. What causes stress are the people in the workplace. So, I guess that's one of the reasons for me.
For me, after yung mentoring program ng CFP, I was still studying, reviewing yung mga tinuro sa amin. I think it went for around 6 months. Puro backtesting, studying, trading, charting. And nung napapansin ko na medyo consistent na ako, nasasakyan ko na yung mga high flyers, consistent na nakakuha ko ng mga 20-30% gain. Doon na ako nag-start magkaroon ng plan when to go full time. And well, fortunately, nakasakay ako sa isang jackpot trade. And that jackpot trade gave me yung next year's salary ko. So doon talaga, nagpasa na ako ng resignation.
Sa akin naman, kasi ako, parang siguro kino-consider ko dati sarili ko na I'm a man of nothing to lose. Kasi parang kung ano-ano lang pinapasok ko ng racket dati. 17 years old ako, umpisa ako nag-work. Tapos sobrang gusto ko magkaroon ng maraming pera. So, kung ano ng racket business. Pero puro short term lang yun. Tapos, and then one time, yung sa web publishing, ayun yung parang doon ako nakakuha ng, I can say, sa fortune. No? Tapos, by 2016, humihina na siya. Tapos sabi ko, parang pag nawala ito, wala na ako, parang sawa na ako sa mga short term. Pero kasi, nakikita ko na yung sarili ko na, parang okay sa akin yung trading. I can say na alam ko kung paano kumita, pagkakitaan yung market. No? Confident ako na kaya ko yung trading. So, last year yung parang do or die namin na let's close the websites. Ayoko na. Tapos kung sino yung tuloy, sabi ko sa friends ko, kaya na lang. Then, I move on to full-time trading na parang wala nang balikan. So there's a time, kasi ang parang pinaka-turning point ko is yung tanong ko sa sarili ko na puro na lang ba ako racket na short time? Or ayoko naman bumalik na sa school para mag-aaral kayo and do work for other people. Since I know how to make money, yun nga lang, how? Diba? Sa anong larangan. And then I see yung full potential, yung full-time trading na I can do this long term and then at the same time I can help other people. So, ayun, yung pinaka-turning point ko na pagiging full-time trader. Last year lang. Thank you.
Masasuggest na lang ako sasagutin ko yung from my personal experience. Kasi dalawa yung point of view dito, from the point of view of a student and from the point of view of somebody who's working in the corporate world already. Kung galing ka sa corporate world, dalawa kailangan mo. Number one, replacement income. If your income in stock market trading is more than enough to replace yung income sa trabaho, you should start thinking. Maybe consistent na. And the second thing is your confidence to trade. How do you develop that confidence and consistency? Kailangan may data kayo on your trades. And you can see from your data that you're trading, you're consistently winning in total. Diba? Kasi may mga losing trades naman, may mga winning trades. But the winning trades, overall net, consistent kayo gainer. So you have that data to back you up. Replacement income, consistent winning, confidence. That's the time to go full-time trade. Diba? Kung student, wala pa naman income ng student, diba? Ang income ng student ako. Yung sa nanay, yung sa tatay, and everything. Wala kayong mawawala sa inyo. Go through the learning process, go to the trading process, even small trades. Pag-aralan nyo na habang nag-aaral kayo. Yun ang pananaw ko.
What's the top 3 trading books that has the highest impact on your knowledge right now? Top 3 trading books.
Kasi related sa trading, no? Ako, walang top 3 kasi isa lang. Yung Trading in the Zone by Mark Dawkins. Yun lang sa akin. Siguro kasi hindi pa ako nag-aaral ng iba. Talaga. Pero kahit yun lang, sa experience ko, sobrang helpful na.
Sa akin, I just recently read trading books. Kasi before hindi talaga nagpapasa until you introduced sa akin sa list. But anyway, to answer your question, I have 2 books that I can recommend. One is The New Trading for a Living by Alexander Elder. So it's a gold mine. It doesn't really teach much about the in-depth technical analysis, but it teaches you more of the mindset. And the next book is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Hard Ecker. It's not related to trading, but the principles there, sobrang, I believe in any endeavor, if you get the principles and everything there, it's gonna boost you or catapult you to wherever you want to go in life, not just in trading. Kasi, you know that the majority of traders fail in trading, they quit because they don't have the right mindset, the right character. You know, we said, sa mga quotes na sinabi ni Paz, discipline in trading, it's not a commodity eh. Na it can be an edge against all the other players. Because sa stock market, kalaban mo, lahat tayo magkakalaban dito eh. Diba? You're just there to outsmart one another. Who's the smartest, that's the person who's gonna get a lot of money. So, by getting yung book na yun, yung Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, it's gonna open and unlock your potential, yung mindset mo. Because once your mind changes, like to the correct direction, sobrang bilis na naman ng stock trading. Technicals, madali lang ma-learn yan eh. But the mind or the character, once you develop it, kahit saan ka, you'll be successful.
For me kasi, hindi rin ako nagbasa ng trading books eh. More on, I think, more on focusing on yung lessons namin and also, mas videos, I think, yung mga YouTube videos ng mga, probably mga popular traders in the US, mga ganun, sila Team Sykes, mga ganun, mga videos nila, yun, yung mas nakaka-motivate sa akin.
I mentioned it kanina sa presentation, yung kay George Clay, Saxman Bagay. Those are the 2 books that influence my life. I Rich Dad Poor Dad, no matter how controversial it is. Kasi dineclare daw sa bank. May sense naman, at marami naman din matututunan sa mga books. You can actually listen to those books. May mga SoundCloud, download app. Libre naman yun. So, kung akin para ma-absorb ko yung libro, while reading, pinapakinggan mo sa SoundCloud. Double absorption.
Sa hundreds of stocks sa stock market, question lang kung how do you choose which stocks to look at or to monitor? Do you look at Facebook groups that were in sa Facebook or?
How do we choose stocks or screen stocks to trade? No, we don't look at those Facebook groups. Huwag mo i-asa sa iba yung kapalaran mo sa trading mo. Kasi at the end of the day, manalo or matalo ka, sarili mo lang pwede mong sisihin. Diba? Kung nanalo ka, baka mag-take away credit ka na in-rate mo yun. Pero paano kung talo ka? Kaya mo bang balikan yung nag-post mo? Hindi, diba? So, we use indicators to screen stocks. Yung ko kanina, di-discuss ko kanina, yung isang use ng moving averages. No? We look for an event na alignment of the stars. and then scan the market, then pick those who are in AOTS condition. No? And then, ayun. From there, pili ka na lang. At least, napitas mo yung mga magandang bulaklak, no? Na sarili mo lang. Tapos pili ka na lang kung ano yung sa tingin mo na magbibigay sa'yo na may pinamataas na reward and the smallest risk. Diba? Compared dun sa iba. So, dun na magkakaroon ng, kung no, sa ngayon, di ko na maalala kung kailan ako nag-trade, ay nag-screen ng from A to Z. Kasi most of the time, the end of day, no, tinitignan ko na lang yung gainers and losers. Top 10 or up to top 20. Okay. So, use the moving average to filter stocks.
In addition to that, kasi baka hindi nyo alam kung how ZFT do our trades or how we do our screening. Just for the information, everyone, hindi kami FA and PA, as in Facebook analysis, NCCS analysis. We're purely technicians, meaning we do not care about corporate disclosures, we do not care about what happens in macroeconomics, and all that stuff. As much as possible, all the information that we need, we base on the charts. And as what Paul said, yung top gainers and top losers. Kasi doon mo makikita by the end of the day, which stocks are the fastest and the strongest. So from there, kung nakita mo na may top gainer and then it has a lot of volume, that means marami siyang participation, you focus on those. Kasi usually kasi ang iba, they want to be parang exotic things. Parang hindi pa nakikita ng tao kasi pagka ito binili ko, magiging genius ako. Ito, meron ka nito, sir. Yung mga ganun. Actually, ganun yung Tapos, saan mo nakuha yan? Ako, 4. Okay, 6 ka? 3 sa akin. Tingnan mo. Diba? Usually, ganun kasi yan parang ego trading. Binabawasan natin yan. And as much as possible, what we want to do is keep it real in trading. Again, like what Paul said, hindi mo kailangan, and we advocate this very strongly, do not subscribe to any person. Your trading should be yours alone. Pera mo yan hindi na pera. Don't leave your portfolio's future to somebody else. Kasi pagka nasanay kayo na humingi kayo ng tips from your classmate, from a guru on Facebook or whatever, pag namatay yan, ano na? Right? Better ikaw na lang. Once you learn, pwede mo pang ipasa sa anak mo. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, question lang, kasi I know you guys for the longest time have been athletes. You guys have been handling large parts of your life. But how would you advise people how to manage small parts, especially position sizing and allocations? So, yung mga brokers kasi may limong that's 5K, diba? Mga people will be may nagani sila kasi 5K minimum lang yung bago nila account. So, how would they be able to grow that initial 5K to 5 digits, 6 digits?
Alright. Usually, we have this, I would personally suggest that whatever it is that you're getting money from right now as a student, just continue doing that until umabot ka sa 50,000. Now, 50,000 is a big number. And when you say that, yes, malaki ng reports namin, but I started with 6,800. Now it's okay. But what my point is, lahat kami nagsimula sa maliit. And the reason why I'm giving you this 50,000 number is kasi masakit na siya. Pag natalo ka, saka mo na yung usually susulosohin eh. I don't recommend that you start trading or learn to trade with 5,000 pesos. You can do virtual trading, that's fine. But when you start trading, when you start to learn with real money, start with 50,000. Kasi pag nasaktan kayo, doon lang kayo magsiseryoso matuto. If you lose with 10,000 pesos, minsan change lang yan eh. For some, maybe here. Mas mahal pa yung tuition nyo dito. Seriously. Like, if you do the whole year, what I would encourage you to think of is, parang tuition lang siya. Yung tuition nyo dito, gawin yung, yun yung ilalagay nyo sa market. And think of it as tuition. That if you do it right, whatever you learn, kikita ka. Instant. Pag tama. Kung mali, sorry. But every time you make a mistake, I'd like to encourage you to find ways to improve the trade. Saan ka nagkamali? Journal it. Learn from your mistakes, diba? Don't think at first na, okay, you're here in the stock market for the money. Money should be the byproduct. Your goal is to trade better. Pag magaling na kayo mag-trade, they tell you, money will just follow.
Any other questions from the audience? Ask away, guys. Isip pa kayo ng questions. This room is reserved until 5 p.m.
Yes, sir. Ask ko lang po, what's the edge of having a mentor in you?
This is coming from a person who does not have a mentor. I started, hindi din ako nagbabasa ng mga trading books before because I thought that it was bullshit. Like, it does not apply. Usually, at my time, 8 years ago, lahat na nakikita kong mga materials is only for the US. It's not applicable in the Philippine setting. And so, what I did was study alone. Kung papasok ako sa mga mentorship groups natin in the US, it's $5,000. I don't know how much that is, but investment. Pa-compute ka lang. Anyway, having a mentor, I think, ito yung masasagot nila, but gusto ko muna sagutin yung no mentor. It took me 5 years to complete my system that pwede ka kumita na up yung market or down market in general term. It's all around. But it took me 5 years. Henry is going to answer you kung ano yung benefit ng may mentor. Kasi, ako wala.
So, to make it clear lang, some still make it without a mentor, like CZ. Kahit ngayon, may mga nakikita kami sa Facebook community or trading community that they make it without a mentor. But yun, for others, like myself, what happened was sobrang daming information. Hindi ko alam kung alin yung susundin ko. And ayun, nakakagulo, subok ako nito. So, yung mentor really gives you focus where you should study, follow what he has done since proven na eh. Meron na siyang track record. So, yun yung pinaka-important or pinaka-edge of having a mentor. They give you focus. Hindi mo uubos yung oras mo sa pagtetest ng mga iba-ibang mga systems or iba-ibang mga techniques. At least ito, kasi sa dami naman ng mga systems dyan, hindi naman namin sinasabing yung ibang system mali or hindi gumagana or matatalo ka. It probably works din. The fundamental analysis works din or yung mga Fibonacci and clouds, it also works. But yung system hopping, try ako nito, try ako nun, yun yung what doesn't work. It's better that you focus on one system that is proven effective and that will surely get you ahead of this game. So very important pala yung finding a legitimate mentor that shows you proof that he is trading very well or profitable. Kasi marami pa rin siyang mga mentors na lulukohin ka lang, papabilihin ka nito and then bibentahan ka lang. Mas marami pa niyan dati, yung time niya. So at least ngayon, meron pa rin, pero yun, kaya kailangan mo talaga maging mabusisi sa paghanap ng legitimate mentor.
Any other questions?
I have a question. Is the technical analysis that you're doing, that's for the Philippine stock market, right? Is it applicable to other stock markets like foreign exchange and other commodities?
Yung na-discuss kanina, Darvas, breakouts. Darvas is, I think, US. So, basically, those techniques should also work in other markets. Actually, yun yung isang kasama sa plan ko ngayon, which is yung bear market, yung sinabi ko naman kanina, you should study. That's what actually I am doing now. I'm trading, but also I'm studying or preparing myself to trade in other markets. So, for US markets or for other Asian markets, yun yung target ko ngayon. Pero hindi ko pa siya actually nasa-try talaga, pero sisimulan ko pa lang. But I've tried it in cryptocurrency, yung mga bitcoins, etc. It also works. I did cryptocurrency trading noong last December. And it definitely works. Kahit simple breakout trades, it works. Ang mas important dun na kailangan nyo malaman or maintindihan is yung risk management, yung intangibles, yung getting the right mindset to trade. Yung mas important.
Any more questions? No more? Okay. If there are no more questions, I would like to call forward Ms. Leah Alonso and Mr. Christian Balboa to award the certificates and tokens.
Graduate Student Council, Gokaway College of Engineering, De La Salle University,